go, game 4 of the tournament. Nickel in for the draw. This is against the Prince Edward County Kings. Randall picks up the puck, takes a shot on net, saved by the goalie. Nickel in for the face-off. Kings win that one, bringing around the net. Pass it up to the far end. Tries to cap in, gets jumped past Jeffrey Steadman State, but Nichols there to pick it up. Nichols centers it to the ice. Shot on net, saved by Dittman. Jeffrey Steadman in the boards. Centers it to Sloan. Sloan jumps it up. Puck is sent deep into the Flyers zone where Jeffrey Steadman picks it up on the boards. Gets it out, but the Kings bring it right back in again to Jeffrey Steadman. Jeffrey Steadman to Callum. Telford. Andretti picks up the puck and brings it into the zone. Takes a shot towards the net, but bumped off the puck by the Kings. Kings bring it out of their zone into the neutral zone where Way picks it up. Shot towards the net, just wide of the net. Lenny's there to pick it up and dumps it deep into the King zone and picks it up on the boards. Centers it to Andretti. Andretti takes a shot and scores. One nothing Flyers with 8:08 left of the first period. Telford in for the draw, picks that up. Gets bumped off the puck and is brought in by the Kings deep into the Flyer zone. Jeffrey Steadman on the boards. Try to wrap it around, saved by Dittman. Kings pick it up again, bring it behind the net, where he's bumped off the puck by Jeffrey Steadman. Lunny there to help out. Brings it around the near side. Brings it up out of the zone, into a neutral zone, and right into the King zone. Takes a shot on net. Saved by the Kings goalie and pushed to the side. Battle behind the net with Telford and Lunny. Puck is shot out. Andretti picks it up. Gets knocked by the Kings, and they're going to the box for body contact. Two-minute power play for the Orangeville Flyers. 7:19 left of the first period. Kelly's in for the face-off. Flyers win that, passes it back to Way. Way takes a shot just wide of the net. Picked up at the blue line by Sloan. Sloan's able to dump it back in. But it's shot back out to the blue line again. Hunter at the blue line. Passes it to Way. Way brings it in, takes a shot just wide of the net. Gower picks it up on the far boards. Gower brings it out, tries to center it, couldn't quite get it all the way there. The Hunter's able to pick it up, passes it back to Way. Way couldn't quite get a shot off, bumped to the boards, and sends it to the far side. Gower pushes it back to Kelly. Kelly puts it towards the net, but hits the side of the net. Kelly's still there, passes it to Way. Way takes a slap shot, blocked by the Kings player. Flyers had to clear out for a little bit, but then got back into the zone, but it got quickly pulled back out. Sabres there to pick it up, passes it up to Hunter. Brings it into the Kings zone, takes a shot wide of the net. Randall picks it up on the other boards. And Felix is there to help out to keep it in. DeCamillis on the boards. tied up by their player. Puck was brought outside, but not quite sure who was supposed to grab that, so it ended up kind of floating there for a bit. Puck is brought out. Felix is there to set up with Savory. Savory passing it up to Randall into their zone. Deacon Mills takes a shot and gets blocked by the Kings player. Deacon Mills takes a shot wide of the net. Savory's there to pick up that rebound, takes a shot and hits the Kings player in the back. And the Kings dump it out of their zone. Good pressure by Felix in our zone, able to bump them off the puck. And Deacon Mills brings it out. A little bit of battle on neutral ice there for a bit. Puck is brought out. Felix picks it up. Gets pushed off the puck and it's passed to the Kings player, who they shoot wide and high of the net. Nickel picks up the puck, passes it up to Deacon Mills. Tries to bring him to center ice, but gets bumped off the puck. Nickel's there to help out, but he can't quite keep it in. Oh, Randall's there to try, but a little bit of battle by Nickel here. Caught in the skates of Sloan. And I think we're going to the box. Yeah. For cross-checking. Two minutes for Nickel for cross-checking with 4:14 left. That's Telford in for the face-off. Kings win that. Try to dump it on the net, but couldn't quite get a handle of it. Jeffrey Stedman's there to pick it up. Passes it up the board towards Sloan. Sloan battles against boards, but can't quite keep a hold of it. Andretti's there to pick it off of them. Brings it into the neutral zone. Up the ice. Takes a shot on net. Their goalie saves that. Nice try. Kings bring the puck all the way up the boards, deep into the Flyer zone behind their net. Jeffrey Stedman bumps him off the puck. Kings pass to the point. Telford's there for pressure. And Sloan's able to dump it out. Andretti's there to pressure the Kings behind their net. They pick up the puck, bring it into the neutral zone, bring it into the Flyer zone. Steps around their man, tries to center it. Dittman's there to poke it out. Kings has the puck, sends it behind the net. They try to do a wraparound. Dittman's there to save it. Puck's loose, a little bit of a battle, and it's in. (1-1) with 2:51 left of the period. Kelly in for the face-off, wins that, passes it deep back into the Flyer zone. Jeffrey Stedman's there to pick it up around the boards. Passes it up to Felix and Gower. Felix picks it up, pushes along the boards a little further up. Kelly picks up the puck, brings it into the King zone, takes a shot on net, saved by their goalie. Kelly in for the face-off. Wins that, passes back to Hunter. Little battle on the board. Puck Comes out just beside the net. Kings are able to pick that up and bring it out of the zone. Kings dump it deep into the Flyer zone. P.E.C is there, pick it up behind the net. Passes it up to Hunter on the boards. Flyers couldn't quite keep a hold of that, and the Kings bring it back into their zone again. A little bit of a swarm on the puck, and we're able to pick it back up. Kelly takes it, passes it to Gower across the ice. Gower brings it into the Flyers zone and gets bumped off the puck by the Kings. Hunter and Kelly on the boards. Getting a little chippy out here. Passes it to P.E.C. P.E.C takes a shot towards the net. Tip just to the side of it. Hunter keeps the puck in at the blue line and dumps it behind the net. Flyers couldn't quite keep it in. P.E.C is there to pick it up to bring it back in for them. DeCamillis on the near board, setting it up. A little battle behind the net, centers it. Flyers sticks it there. Red tries to take a shot and saved by their goal. A little bit of pushing and shoving, and the refs kind of telling everyone to back off. Nickel in for the face-off. 56.6 seconds left of the first period. Randall and Nickel are there trying to get a hold of the puck, but it gets dumped behind the net and squeaks out all the way down to the far side. Way picks it up just before the red line. Brings it all the way up the boards. Tries to get it to Randall, but it gets bumped off the puck by the Kings. Randall chips the puck up along the boards, skates past his player, and their goalie tries to pick it up, didn't get a hold of it, and Randall scores. 2-1 Orangeville with 23.2 seconds left. Nickel in for the face-off. Kingsman that. Pass back to their D. We're able to pick it up off them and bring it into their zone. Nickel's there with Randall. Nickel takes a shot blocked by the King player. They bring it up around the far boards. Try to dump it out. Sloan is there to keep it in. That's the end of the first period. Here we go, start of the second period. We have Telford in for the face-off. Kings win that draw, but pass it to Lenny. Lenny back to Felix to set up. Passes it to Savory. Savory cross-ice pass to Telford. Telford gets a little tied up, and the Kings bump it off him. Kings bring it in offside. Telford in for the face-off. Kings win that. Pass back to their D, who dumps it right into the zone to Felix. Felix takes the puck around the boards up to Telford. It's a little tied up and it gets bumped back to Felix again. Felix up to Lenny. Lenny brings it out into the neutral zone, right into their zone. Passes to Andretti, not quite there yet. Andretti passes back to Savory to set up. He keeps it in, and they dump it down around the boards to the near side. Kings dump it out. Flyers are there to pick it back up again. Lenny passes it to Savory. Savory takes a look, can't quite get it across ice to Telford. Andretti's there to dump it in, which hit off wrong and went out of bounds. He scared coach there a little, give him a little jump start for the second game. Jeffrey Stedman up to Kelly. Kelly cross ice to Hunter. Hunter dumps it deep around the boards. Kelly picks it up. It's tied up a little, passes it back. Flyers aren't there. A little battle on the board with Hunter and the Kings. The little bodies are flying a bit as they're holding sticks. No calls. Kings bring it into the Flyer zone, take a shot on net and saved by Dittman and cleared out by Jeffrey Stedman. So that to neutral ice. Kelly's there to pick it up and Hunter picks it up the second time, takes a shot on net, saved by their goalie. Kelly tries to pick up the puck, couldn't quite get a stick on it, and the Kings get it out. Rowan there to pick off the puck from the Kings. A little bouncing puck there, and it's sent into the boards. Jeffrey Stedman up to Randall. Randall gets another piece of it and brings it out of the zone. Uses the boards to pick it up a little further. Randall takes a shot on net and saved by their goalie. Not a save. It's actually on the side of the net. Stuck in the mesh. We need to pass the puck, boys. Nickel in for the face-off. Kings win that one again. Pass it to their D to get it out, but they couldn't quite get it out. Get control of it again and dump it deep into the Flyer zone. Way's there to push up along the boards, but the Kings keep it in and try to center it. Shot just wide of the net. Way picks it up again and dumps it out. Couldn't quite get out of our zone again. Little battle in front of the net here. Randall picks it up on the far boards. Tries to pass it to Camillus, but couldn't quite get there, but he's able to pick it up at the blue line. Tripping should have been called, but wasn't called. Little battle in the feet with Randall. Randall's away. Wade takes a shot just wide of the net. DeCamillis at the boards, dumps it out behind the net, up to Randall. And they dump it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Savory's there to pick it up, dumps it back in, and we're in offside. Telford in for the face-off. Jeffrey Stedman keeps it in, passes it up to Andretti, passes up to Telford. Telford clears it out back to Jeffrey Stedman. Jeffrey Stedman takes a shot towards the net. This ricocheted wide. Lenny tries to center, gets blocked by the Kings. center it up the ice where Jeffrey Stedman is there to pick it off them. Andretti got a piece of that puck but couldn't quite keep a hold of it. A little battle on the ice before Lenny picks it up and brings it into the King zone. Lenny looking for someone to pass to. Tries to center it. Center zip it. The Flyers aren't there. Andretti picks it up, takes a shot towards the net, and just goes wide of the net. A little more aggression in front of the net, boys. Andretti passes back to Jeffrey Stedman. Jeffrey Stedman takes a shot towards the net. It's blocked out front by the King. King picks it up center ice. Brings it into the Flyer zone. Skates around there. Player one-timers. Saved by Dittman. Post call there with the door. Felix picks it up, brings it out of the zone, passes it to Telford. Too many men. They had 6 men on the ice and no call there again. Telford brings it up around the net, passes it to Kelly, who takes or Hunter, who took the shot and just wide. And the puck is cleared for icing. So 4:32 left of the second period. Got Kelly in for the face-off. Kings win that. Pick up the puck and bring it along the boards, trying to get it out. Sloan's there to keep it in. Gower picks up the puck, takes a shot on net. Blocker saved by their goalie. Kelly battles the boards, a little tied up in everyone's feet here. Passes it back to Hunter. This guy's punching, and I think they're going to the box for that because punching the head's usually frowned upon. White tries to take a shot, blocked by the Kings, and there's the penalty. Head contact. Should be 4 minutes because it was intentional, but we'll see what they call it as. I think they're just going to give 2. Face-offs back in the King zone. Oh, they did give 4, so 4-minute penalty with 3:54 left of the period. All right, boys, use this. Let's go. A little bit of a battle. Gets sent strong to the line. See if it couldn't quite keep it in. Chases back to help get it. Savory picks it up, passes it up to Randall. Randall brings it over the line, has DeCamillis, passes it to him. He takes a shot, saved by their goalie. Puck slowly makes its way to Felix, who takes another shot. There's a little bit of a battle out front. Puck couldn't quite get there. Nickel takes a shot and scores.
Way to go, Flyers! Way to go!
3-1 with 3:19 left. There'll still be 2 minutes left on that penalty. Nickel in for the face-off. Randall picks it up, brings it into the zone offside. Nickel in for the face-off again. Passes back to Randall. Randall to Savory. Savory to Felix. Back to Savory again. Savory up to Randall at the blue line. Brings it in. Tries to cross pass to DeCamillis. DeCamillis gets pulled down by the boards where Nickel's there to help pick up the puck. Kings try to clear it out. Savory's there to hold it in. Passes it to James. Felix, who jumps it deep into the zone. Randall picks up the puck again. Nickel picks it up off the boards. Looking for someone to pass to. Gets tied up. Nickel passes to Felix. Felix dekes around his man, takes a shot on net. Blocked out front. DeCamillis tries to get hold of it. The Kings try to clear it. Felix to Savory. Savory towards the net. Stopped by the Kings defenseman. Randall on the boards. Sticks being held by the other player. Nickel hard on the boards too, trying to help out. Passes back to Savory. Savory takes a shot, blocked in front by the Kings player. Felix knocks down that pass, trying to get it out. Takes a shot, hits the Kings player. Little battle against the boards. Kings clear it out, and Jackson's there to pick it up before it goes all the way down. Refreshed by the Flyers. 22 seconds left of the penalty. Felix dumps it in the King zone. Andretti's there. I think we're offside. And gives a moment for Kings to reset as they dump it down the board. He was over the line before the pass came to him, so it should be a little further out the zone, not here, but yeah, it should be over here. Yeah. Six seconds left of this penalty. With 1:25 left of the period. Telford in for the face-off. Flyers win that. Jeffrey Stedman takes a shot towards the net, hits the post. Andretti's there to pick up the rebound. Looking for somebody to pass to. Passes it back behind the net to Callum. Telford. Kings try to clear that puck. Sloan's there to try to keep it in. Bumps over his stick. And they bring it down the zone. Jeffrey Stedman there. Tries to take a shot. Dittman's there. Nice glove save as the Flyers clear it out. King to the blue line, and Lenny's there to dump it down the ice. And that would be icing. 48 seconds left of this period. Kelly in for the face-off. We win that. Puck comes out center ice. Gower's there to pick it up. Skates past his player, brings it into the zone. Bumped off by the Kings. Where Hunter's there to pick it up and tries to take a shot, but it's knocked off by the Kings. Puck gets stuck in one of the King players' gloves. So whistle in their end. 28 seconds left. Kelly in for the face-off. Kings win that. Dump it up the boards. Where Wade's able to pick it up and keep it in the zone. Takes a shot on net, wide of the net. A little bit of battle against the boards. Flyers trying to center it, but the Kings pick it off before somebody can. Kings purposefully holding it against the boards here. Flyers come in to help out. Can't quite get a piece of it, so it's just held there for even longer to end the period. 3-1 going into the third period. Here we go, 10 minutes left of the game. We have Nickel in for the face-off. Wins that, passes it back to Jeffrey Stedman. Jeffrey Stedman to Felix, to Jeffrey Stedman. Bumps it up the boards to Randall. Randall fires it into the King zone. Bounces funny off the side of the net. And brought to the near boards. Nickel there to help out Randall. Randall picks it up, centers it to DeCamillis. He couldn't quite get a piece of it as the Kings bumped him off of it. A little bit of battle against the boards, and it's sent up to far side. Felix there to keep it in. Passes it up to Caden. Shot in front of the net. Puck is still loose. Squeaks out. And both of them are going to the box. A little bit of a battle in front of the net with DeCamillis and one of their players. 2 minutes roughing for each of them. Still 5-on-5 hockey. 9:19 left. Telford in for the face-off. Flyers win that. Telford's able to pick it back up. Takes a shot just high and wide of the net. Comes out of their zone. Wade picks it up and fires it on net into the glove of the Kings goalie, who's going to hold on to it instead of playing it. They're letting him know that he should play it when there's nobody around. Telford in for the face-off. Dumps that behind the net where the Kings pick it up. Kings pass it up to their players, center ice. Wade's there to pick it off of it, couldn't quite get a hold of it. Have a quick chase down to get control of it and bring it out of the zone. Lunny comes into their zone. It's tied up a little bit, tries to center, but picked up by the Kings. Sabres there to keep it in. Twice, but it's picked off by the Kings. Kings bring it in the zone. Felix is there, passes it to Sabry. Sabry passes it up to Andretti. He passes it up to Telford. Telford brings it in the zone with Kelly behind him. Puck's brought to the boards. A little bit of a battle. Can't quite keep a hold of it. Gower's there to try to keep it in. And Felix is there as backup as well. Puck tapped in, shot by Kelly. Saved by their goalie. Rebound comes out. Telford takes a piece of it. And the Kings dump it down the board. Icing waved off as Sabry was able to get there just before. Sabry up to Kelly. Dump back into the Flyer zone. Gara picks it up on the far side, brings it into the neutral ice, and dumps it into the King zone, up and around behind the boards to the near side. Hunter battle on the boards. Gara picks it up, passes it out front to Kelly. Got tied in the escape, so couldn't quite get the shot off. Gower on the boards, Kelly there too. Kelly picks up the puck, centers it, shot, and just wide, hitting the bar. Reset to Jeffrey Stedman. Jeffrey Stedman passes it to Sloan. Sloan keeps it out of the Flyer zone. Shot on net towards Dittman. Dittman passes it to Jeffrey Stedman. Jeffrey Stedman looking for somebody to pass to. Passes it to Sloan and up to Hunter. Hunter dumps it into the zone so he can get off. Nickel picks it up behind the net. Tries to center it. Randall's there. Passes it to Sloan. Sloan takes a shot just wide of the net. Reset to Jeffrey Stedman, who takes a shot and pulls off the skater's leg. Jeffrey Stedman to Lenny. Can't quite get a piece of it, so it goes behind the net. Randolph back to Lenny again. Lenny battles on the boards. Passes it to Nickel, center ice, but he couldn't quite get a piece of it. Kings dump it deep into the zone. And a little scare there out front, but we're able to clear it out. Kings take a shot, but blocked out front by the Flyers players. Lenny tries to clear it out, couldn't quite get a hold of it. It's brought back deep into the Flyer zone where Jeffrey Stedman's there to pick it up. Jeffrey Stedman passes it up to Lenny. Lenny and Randall are in the zone. It gets picked off by the Kings. Kings bring it to neutral ice and dump it deep into the Flyer zone. Savory's there to pick it up against the boards. Clears it out, and Way's there to pick it up. Way gets bumped off by the Kings players. He pushes him down, and he's going to the box. Cross-checking, 2 minutes. 5:05 left of the third period. 3-1 Flyers so far. Five on four for the next 2 minutes. Telford's in for the face-off. Puck is dumped behind the boards where Felix is there to pick it up. Felix trying to clear it out, gets blocked by the Kings, but is able to get it to neutral ice. Kings dump it into our zone. Jeffrey Stedman is there to pick it up and put it down the ice. Telford putting a lot of pressure on the Kings in there behind their net. The Kings pick it up and dump it down the ice. Kings bring it in but trip on the ice and end up passing down behind the net where they take out Jeffrey Stedman. Telford's there to pick it up and clear it up the ice to get it out of the Flyer zone to allow them to reset a bit. Telford, a little bit of pressure on the boards. Picks up the puck. Tries to dump it, but couldn't quite get it as it bounced off the Kings player. Kings pick it up. Bring it into the neutral zone. They have a couple people trying to pick it off of him. Can't quite do it until it's tied up in his feet. Shot on net towards Dickman, who clears it out to Kelly. Kelly brings it out of the zone. 35 seconds left of the penalty. Gower, hot off the bench, picks up the puck and dumps it into the King zone. Kings send it all the way down the ice. Sloan picks it up, passes it up the boards. Kelly's there to pick it up and dumps it down the ice again. End of that penalty. Back to full strength. 3 minutes left of the game. Gower's there to pick off the puck from his man and dumps it down the ice. I don't think he remembered it wasn't the penalty still. Icing. Face-off will be in the Flyer zone. Kelly in for the face-off. Colton picks it up, gets bumped off the puck, but Hunter's there to help back him up. brings it into the King zone. Takes a shot just wide of the net. Felix is there to keep it in on the blue line. Nice hustle. And dumps it towards the boards. King's trying to clear it out. Ends up getting to Jeffrey Stedman. Sends it around the boards to Gower. A little battle against the boards with a couple players here. The puck ends up squeaking out. Jeffrey Stedman's there to knock them off the puck. The Kings end up passing it to their D. Felix picks up the puck along the boards. Brings it out. Passes it up to Hunter. Hunter takes a shot on the empty net and just wide. Kings try to clear it out. James is there to pick it up. Takes a shot on net. Blocked by their player in the skate. Randall picks up the puck again. Tries to take a shot on net. Blocked by the Kings. They have a player playing as goalie here. Kings bring it out of their zone and dump it deep into the Flyer zone. Way on the puck behind the boards. Passes it up to Felix. Felix clears it out of the zone. Minute 17 left. Kings dump it into the Flyer zone behind the net. Way's there to pick it up. Tries to push it up a little further, but couldn't quite get a hold of it. Felix is there. Dumps it around the near side of the boards. A little bit of a battle with everybody here. The puck comes out just to the side of the net, where James picks it up and sends it straight down and hits the post with 44.1 seconds left. Which is icing, so 44.1 seconds left. Face off on our end. We have too many men out there. There we go. Nickel in for the face-off. Shot gets shot wide of the net. Flyers try to pick it up. Kings center that, but they missed the shot. Puck is dumped down and for icing again. Telford in for the face-off, 25.7 seconds left. Telford wins that to Lenny. Lenny picks it up. Isn't able to quite get a hold of it. It gets dumped behind the net into the boards. Andretti's there trying to pick it out. With a little help from Sloan. Three of them are there trying to battle against the boards. Lenny's successful, picks it up, brings it out of the zone. And that is game. 3-1, Orangeville Flyers. Good game, boys.
Big.